Good morning. The former Yorkshire player, Azeem Rafiq, cried as he told MPs that standing up to racist abuse from his colleagues cost him his career. The sport, he says, is institutionally racist, and the club, one of the game's most famous and illustrious, repeatedly turned a blind eye. He concluded that he did not want his son to have anything to do with the game. Here's our sports correspondent Tom Parminter, a warning that what you're about to hear contains racially offensive language.
However good Azeem Rafiq was, and he was good,
Rafiq gets his man at last.
his biggest victory has been finding the courage to call out racism.
Well, Sir Keir Starmer has also called for an investigation after the Conservative MP Caroline Noakes told Sky News that she was touched inappropriately by the Prime Minister's father, Stanley Johnson, in 2003. Stanley Johnson says he has no recollection of any such incident.
The allegations are serious and they need to be fully investigated. I don't think at this stage it's for me to say what should happen as a result, but it takes guts and bravery to come forward to make allegations like this. They now need to be fully investigated either by the Conservative Party or by the criminal authorities.
Polish border forces say they've used water cannons on migrants at the border with Belarus after officials were attacked with stones. Hundreds of migrants have been trapped at the border in freezing conditions. Belarus has been accused of encouraging them to cross into Poland, and the EU is refusing to let them in. Our correspondent Diana Magnay reports.
Through the razor wire stones thrown over towards the Polish border troops. An attack ostensibly by migrants, but which Poland says was carried out under the strict control of Belarusian officials.
Let's take a look now at the latest COVID data. There were 37,243 new cases. There have also been a further 214 deaths. That brings the total number of deaths reported within 28 days of a positive test to 143,159. The head of the NHS in England is warning the health service is facing a tough winter and that the backlog in cases caused by the pandemic will get worse before it gets better. Amanda Pritchard says the NHS is giving significant focus to improving those areas of care affected by COVID, taking priority, such as cancer screening. Our health correspondent Ashish Joshi has been looking at how technological innovation could hold the key to relieving pressure on the services. His report does contain footage of a patient having surgery.
We're going to attempt a partial nephrectomy. It is quite technically challenging.
Mudassir Hussain is preparing his theatre team for surgery. He's about to operate on a 31-year-old woman with a suspected cancerous tumour on her kidney.
This is Sky News. Stay with us. Coming up, see how Wales have boosted their World Cup qualification hopes.